questioning, I will notify you that the bell will ring, and thereafter you'll have 10 to 15 seconds to close up your statement. Okay? We will now proceed with the questioning. First question. What do you see as the biggest challenge facing Anguilla today, and how would you and the government you are part of address it? You will have 2 minutes to answer this.
The biggest challenge facing Anguilla today is the fact that our economy is collapsing and government finds itself financially strapped and with a debt in the vicinity of $170 million. And quite frankly, they're struggling to survive on a daily basis. While this is happening, we are finding that the people of Anguilla, the citizens of Anguilla, are being pushed in the back, and priority seems to be given to the developers and to some of their employees, and especially employees at the high end of the employment market. And as such, Anguillans, if they're employed in the hospitality sector, find themselves at the lower end of the employment sector, and as such, are being under enormous financial stress to survive. We also find ourselves where even in the construction sector, preference is being given to folks from as far away as China and India, while our own Anguillans here in Anguilla are unemployed. And this is certainly untenable, and it is resulting in our young people in particular becoming very frustrated, and they're being disenfranchised.
Would you prioritize this over all other issues such as education and gang violence?
Well, what we first need to do is to stop the bleeding. So we need to stabilize the economy. Once we get the economy stabilized, and there are some creative ways to do that, but once we stabilize the economy, we can look at issues of certainly gang violence. I don't think we have anything that is going on right now that is overly alarming. I think in recent months, things are relatively quiet, and we must all thank God for that. But I think that the issue, gang violence, is in part related to the fact that our young people are frustrated and feel somewhat disillusioned. So we've got to address the issue of having our young people become part of Anguilla's economic and social development. What is happening to our young people is our young people feel a sense of hopelessness. And as such, they find themselves maybe on the wrong side of the law at times. So what we need to do really is to try to get our young people to feel part of Anguilla society, where they can see a future. If our young people can see a future, then you'll find that they're more inclined to become contributing members of society as opposed to being destructive elements in society.
Thank you. We will now go over to the student table and have Ms. Deanne Rogers ask you a question.
Mr. Hodge, you served as the general manager of Cable and Wireless for several years. What inspired you to enter the realm of politics? You have 2 minutes to answer this question.
Yes, very good question. I believe that I was involved in politics from 1967. So I am now running as a candidate. But my interest in the political development of Anguilla started in 1967. I followed the journey of Anguilla's revolution in 1967. I was actually present at the police station when the big container of guns were opened in 1967. I was also at the airport when the big aircrafts landed and parachuted jeeps and trucks and what have you. And I followed a number of the political developments in Anguilla over the many years. I used to attend public meetings at age 10. So my involvement in politics spanned a long, long way. Working for Cable and Wireless is actually part of the journey of demonstrating to the people in Anguilla that I was preparing myself for the leadership of this country.
Okay. Thank you.